back to our channel. We're Mums of Melanin. My name's Tony.
I'm Debbie.
I'm Ayola.
And I'm Takumba.
Today, we're talking about something that's hard. How do you deal with COVID or sickness and being a mother? How?
Literally, each of us have all had COVID this winter. We know it's really spreading, new variants cropping up every other day. So we're just going to share a bit about our experiences. I know for me, mate, it was, at first, obviously you don't know what it is. You think you're getting like a cold, you're not sure. And my husband was away. He's not always away, but he was away again. So I was with the two boys. And I was just in pain. Like my legs all through my thighs, my arms, like I just felt like I couldn't do nothing. And my son is 3 years old. He's climbing on my back, dragging my throat, doing everything. And I'm just like, what's this? Like, I was even on the phone to you guys, like, guys, my legs are really, really hurting. Then you go and do the PCR. Then you see, oh man, it's positive.
We didn't even know it was COVID. We started cracking jokes.
Yeah. They were really cracking. You know, like,
Debbie was giving everyone names.
At my expense. It was bad. Yeah. But I might, it was.
Someone was sending memes to the group. I don't know.
Guys, we'll give you our COVID names. That this one named all of us. So what were you?
Go on, break it down.
No, what's the name?
Okay, fine. So, backstory, guys. No, I give people names. It's like it's a term of endearment or whatever.
We're not sure what it is. Bullying.
Everyone that knows me knows that I've given you a name, right? So obviously we all got COVID, it's just consecutively, right?
Yeah.
So we had Tokumbo, aka Kovisha.
Hey, give it up.
She was the leader of the pack. She came with the COVID. She then, I don't know, through what is it? Subliminal transferred over to what was it? Covina.
That's it.
Covinda, aka Tokoni. There we have it. Tokoni passed it on to me. I was.
You were Covinda. She was.
She?
No, I was Covinda.
She was Covinda. I was
Covina?
Covina. She was Coviola.
She's Coviola anyway.
Coviola. How can they ruin someone's name? Do you know what their name means, guys?
That was it.
Together we were.
Because
not me. Not me.
We were all part of us. It wasn't no mean girl vibes. Don't make it like
But we're grateful. We all recovered.
Yeah.
We're all happy, healthy. No hospitalization.
Yeah.
So it was all okay. But
come on, proud to people.
Listen.
How did you cope when you had COVID?
Guys, don't forget, I had it twice. And I don't know, in it, I deserve something. Maybe a plaque or something. No, because I've been through it. Like, why me? Anyway, so the first time I had it was just after Makai's birthday last year, summer. And I woke up with a really bad headache. Like, I mean, a throbbing. Like, I've never had a headache like it before. I'd even call it a migraine. Like, it was just unbearable. I literally found it difficult to open my eyes. I found it difficult to raise my head from the pillow. Walking around felt like my head was just like throbbing every step that I took. You know, you can feel your steps. Like, I'm thinking, I'm not that heavy. What's going on? Like, everything's just doof, doof. Like, it was just intense. So I kept going back to bed because I just felt like I just couldn't really do much. Yeah. So, I think I stayed in bed like the majority of the first day. Second day, I was still feeling really rough. And I just thought maybe I just haven't slept properly. I thought, as mums, we don't really nap, isn't it? But I just thought, okay, tonight I'll take some paracetamol and I'll just try and make sure like I get a good night's rest. I should be all right by tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and I'm definitely not still all right. Like, I'm just not all right. And my head is banging. My ears start ringing by this point. I just feel really weak. I just feel really drained. I'm thinking maybe it's a cold. What is it? I don't know. Anyways, my sister's like, are you okay? How are you feeling? What's going on? I think she called a few times. I didn't answer my phone, and I always answer my phone. So people are like, what's going on there? Sister came to my house and she was like, no, let's go to hospital. This was like by the next day evening, like quite late. Because I'm not doing anything by this point. I'm not cleaning, I'm not cooking. I'm not engaging with anything. I'm just in bed. So we went over to hospital, had to wear a mask. They didn't let my sister sit in with me because of COVID, there's just one person at a time. But funny enough, they saw me after waiting for hours, and the guy said to me, yeah, it's just a viral infection. You just need to go home and buy codeine. They didn't test me. Which I found really bizarre because I would have thought that would be the first thing that they would do. They should really, even though they don't know everything, there's particular symptoms I expect them to be a bit more familiar with. To say, let's just test you. Exactly, it's a new big thing happening at the moment. You tell people not to come if they have it. I didn't know I had it, so wouldn't that be the way to eradicate people from? Do you know what I mean? Being in the hospital. Anyways, so long and short, I was in the hospital for hours, and then they told me to go buy Cocodamol and just rest up. They said it's a viral infection. So my sister drove me back home, and then she went back to her house, and I was just there, just sad. I couldn't do anything. He was around, and I think it was harder because he's around, but I just couldn't engage with him. He wants to play with me. I can't play with you. He's like, "Mummy, can you make me this?" I can't. Even just having that conversation was just hard. Like, and I just kind of felt like, what kind of rubbish is this? Because naturally, you just want to be yourself. You want to engage with your kid. You want to give him a cuddle. I just couldn't do anything. Like, so thank God, my husband Sadiq, he's very hands-on anyways. He was kind of like doing the most with like Micaiah and all the rest of it. My sister got home the following day. She calls me. I don't think I picked up, but then I think she called Sadiq, and then she's like, "Oh, how am I feeling?" I'm still really rough. By this point, my mum's come to my house. She's helping me to make food because I literally can't do anything. And then she's like, "Oh, she's starting to get a really bad headache herself." Headache. So to be honest, I wasn't really engaging with her so much. So I don't really feel like I don't think I could even think about someone else having a headache. My own head, I couldn't stand up. So it was just like. So my mum made food and everything. She went upstairs. She was like, everyone's just wondering, what is it? Maybe it's just bad flu. Maybe you just haven't rested. Maybe you stressed yourself. Maybe this, maybe that. You know how we do. And then I think when she gave me my meal, I ate it, but it just didn't taste like anything. And I thought, like, I didn't say anything at the time. I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mum." But when my mum left, I was asking Sadiq, like, did it need more salt or something? Like, is it me or did it just not really have much flavour? And he was like, "No, it was banging." I'm thinking, that's when I realised my taste had gone. And I said, okay, taste is gone. And I think I went to smell something. I realised that smell, and because you don't realise it's gone, there's no switch off. When you're in your bed, you're not intentionally smelling anything. So how do you know you stopped smelling? How do you know you stopped tasting? Do you know what I mean? That's when I was like, okay, I need to go do a PCR. So I think at this point, I was like, I have to go and do one. And because I've been off sick at work, my job as a surveyor, I have to go into people's houses. So we always have to show a PCR when we come back, in this current season anyway, to say that you're COVID clear. So essentially, I did the test and came back positive. Obviously, I infected my sister unintentionally, and God knows who else, I don't know. Sitting in A&E. I mean, I had my mask on, but I don't know. And then the cough started coming through. And I think just that first one was more intense than this recent quote unquote Omicron, because I don't know which one's what, but that one was terrible. Like, I literally could not do anything. I couldn't. Like, even having a shower was a struggle. Like, everything was painful. Like, there came a point I was calling 111. You know when you're just thinking, I just need help. Somebody needs to help me. I can't take this. It was that bad. But by the time I realised it was COVID, I think it was probably day 3, maybe day 4. So my symptoms started easing by like day 5. I mean, my taste came back 2, maybe 3 weeks later. My smell's been gone since July.
Really? You can't smell?
No. So like, it makes you paranoid because you don't realise how much you use your smell. Like, it's such a natural thing, but I can't really smell. There was even a day I was in the car with my friend and my goddaughter, and she popped out to the shop or something. So I had a little baby. She's a baby, and she was irritable. She was crying. I was like, "What's wrong with her? She's not usually like that." But anyways, I was just trying to comfort her, whatever. Her mum came back to the car. I was like, "I don't know. She seems uneasy. Maybe it's teething. Maybe she's hungry." She was like, "Babe, it stinks in this car. Like, she's pooed." And I was like, "What?" But of course, not being able to smell, honestly, the strongest of smells, I can't smell it. I kept going to like coffee beans, anything, just pepper. I went to go get black pepper. You know that usually tickles your nose. I thought maybe that might, nothing, just absolutely nothing. I think in the last month, I can ever so slightly smell the smallest of things. Like, but honestly, it has to be very strong. Like, it can't be just, do you know what I mean? Like, if you fart, I won't even know. Not that you fart. So I think it was really difficult, particularly that time, because whilst I had to be quite hands-on helping out, you still want to be there for your child. You still want to play with him. I still want to engage with him. I want to dress him. I want to bath. I want to do the things I usually do with him because he can feel my absence. And every time he's coming to the room, "Oh, mummy," it's like, I just look all shriveled up and unwell. And he's just like, nothing. Usually, like, we're doing little beatboxing, some little random song. We're always doing that. And there's just nothing. And he just comes, "Mummy, you okay?" And I'm just not. And then he wants to cuddle. I don't want him too close because I don't know, are you going to get it? I don't want you to now be sick. But at the same time, I do want to cuddle. He says, "Mummy, I want to cuddle, good night." And it's like, I'm there staying away. Even that was just hard. It was just like, basic cuddle. I'm now paranoid to give it to you, stuff like that. Thankfully, actually, my husband and my son didn't get it somehow. So fast forward to this year, after all of you guys had it, I had it again. But I must say the Omicron this time, if that's what it was, I tested positive, but it wasn't as intense. So I was still able to, again, I kept a bit of a distance from Makai because I just didn't want him to be sick. But at least I was able to like, you know, make something. It might have not been the tastiest because I'm not standing up for ages, but I was able to cook something. I was able to just have a shower, small things, but I was still, but the cough, I think the cough this time, you guys heard it, man. You know when you're on the bus there and someone's coughing, you get off that whole bus. That was me. I was the person that would be coughing and you're going to come off that bus. It doesn't matter if the next one's coming in an hour, you're going to wait for it. It sounded like it smelled. It just sounded like it was disgusting. Like, it was very disgusting cough. You know when you just feel like, then you had that cough and
tobacco and nicotine.
Yeah, that's it. It gave that vibe. It was horrible. But I think looking after a child, I mean, obviously, thank God I had the support, but I still felt like I couldn't give my, do you know what I mean? My care I would usually give on a daily basis, which is my norm now. So I felt like a part of my life I just couldn't function in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's tough juggling between being a mom and actually being sick.
Yeah.
So I too.
But even before COVID, you were ill.
Yeah, even so, 2 consecutive weeks. I was sick. So I had a stomach bug, thanks to Isaiah, and the whole house went down with it. I say it was actually no, it could have been food poisoning. Tell a lie. Not too sure. Yeah, not too sure what it was. But the whole house was down with that. So I didn't have the opportunity to lie down in bed and be like, oh, I just wanna. And everybody else did. So everybody's vomiting one by one. It was Isaiah, then in the middle of the night it was me, then Kiana she was vomiting, and then Charles looked at Kiana vomiting and was like, oh, I can't do this, and then he started vomiting. Literally, that's how it went. So then everyone was just taking turns. Thankfully, nobody needed to vomit at the same time because that would have been catastrophic. But I didn't have the opportunity to be like, oh, yeah, this is too much, I need to relax, because everybody was down. And I had to be the mum, I had to be the nurse, I had to be the comforter, I had to be mum, and so I had to put how I felt and how badly I wanted to just curl up under the covers to the side, because otherwise the house would have been a mess. Fine. Everyone recovers from that, great. Then I go away for the weekend with my girls. Somebody had COVID, I won't name any names, you know who you are, and spread it. Spread the joy, spread the germs, and we collected COVID now. So Kovisha and Kovinda, they had already had it. So it's only me left to come and collect all the germs. So I got COVID, and then obviously the house got COVID. So I got home now. I've got COVID, test positive. Charles tested positive. Kiara tested positive. Amara tested positive. Isaiah stands strong, and Isaiah has the most energy. So he's like running around the house, and so again, everybody's down with COVID. I don't have the luxury of being like, oh guys, I couldn't allow my body to feel any pain. I couldn't give myself the luxury of rest or respite, because I knew if I did, then it's going to overcome me. And I can't do that. Otherwise, the house would be a mess. I can't, like, it just wasn't an option for me. So it's interesting how, even as a mom, when you're sick, you still have to remain in mum mode. Unless, support is nice, but with COVID, you don't have that support.
You can't have.
You have to
be honest,
for yourself.
My mum actually took a risk coming around to think about it, because
even as you were saying, I was thinking,
but bear in mind, I didn't know I had COVID. This is how you spread it. Because I didn't know I didn't know that's what it was. So she came to cook, I could have spread to her. Thankfully she didn't get it. But like you're saying, once you know it's COVID, you can't have support.
Bearing in mind, this was a couple of days before Christmas.
Oh, that's so annoying.
We didn't have Christmas, we didn't have New Year's, and we each consecutively got COVID. So I got it first with Charles, then the following week Kiana had it with Amara. So that's Christmas and New Year's out the window. Amara's birthday was on the 3rd of January. She's got COVID on her birthday. So it kind of just had a ripple effect on all, you know, and Kiana was really upset because she was looking forward to spending Christmas with her family. And then here we are with COVID, another COVID Christmas. So again, as a mom, I just have to try and make it as fun and as joyous as possible.
Whilst being ill.
Whilst being ill. And I just feel like being a mum is very selfless. You have to learn how to be selfless.
Definitely.
You need to.
I think it makes you selfless.
It makes you selfless. I was gonna say you need to be able to put how you feel, but no, actually,
I think you
need to be able to say, okay, I'm not okay.
Let me get a few minutes.
But I just feel like as mums, we just push through, we persevere, we continue, because we want everybody else around us to be okay. And I think I remember saying to Kumbo that at some point I'm going to have a breakdown. My body, I could feel that everything wasn't right. 2 weeks I hadn't rested. I hadn't given my body time to really regain the energy it needed. And I just knew that, okay, something bad is going to happen. But despite that, I still had to kind of push on. Because to me, everybody else's well-being was important. Does that make sense? Like,
it's not easy, man.
It's not.
It's when you're unwell that you realise that you actually have to put on these different hats.
Yeah.
You haven't got a choice.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to push on.
You actually see how much you do.
Yeah.
Because now it's not being done so much. You're like, oh, I'm proper inactive right now. Like, you can see.
Yeah. Like, when I got COVID, my husband got COVID on the same day. Like,
Jeez.
literally, we woke up out of bed and I was like, oh, my head. You know, it felt like, literally, like you had woken up out of a crash. You know, like, literally, hit something hard. We were like zombies that morning. Literally.
And kids don't understand that.
No,
like,
they don't. And to be fair, like, being a parent, I feel like you always try to be strong anyway. You're trying to portray, like, mummy's okay. Like, you're not trying to get them worrying about.
Because they're going to come and ask you. They're going to be concerned. It's true.
So I don't think the kids even had a clue. But
you guys are great.
Babes, it was slow that morning. Unless the kids went to school on time. But we literally, one by one, like, tag team. You do Azariah, I do Sienna, Zeke. Literally, it was. And my husband doesn't even take medication. He's not a medication guy. I handed in the person when I took it. He was like, listen, it was a lot. The headache, for me, it was a headache.
The headaches were bad.
Bad. To open my eyes, to lift my head, to even like, I think we chilled in the sitting room with the lights on. We couldn't do it.
Yeah, the light is true.
Yeah, it was too much.
Everything just makes it worse.
But just trying to like juggle with the kids and make food for them after school. We ordered. It was just hard.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it was just tough. I couldn't wait for him to come home because it was just me alone with two kids, and kids that I love to bits. They started to become like my enemies or something. Like, every time they call my name, it's like because it's just me. Like, and the pain on my legs, and I'm running up the stairs after one. I'm doing guys. It's a lot. COVID is a lot. And you can't prepare for it. Do you know what I mean? You can't prepare for sickness. Like, it just happens. But then you realise you still have your responsibilities. Yeah. Like, literally, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, they got us a delivery voucher. And that was that was the saving grace, man. Yeah. Because dinner, who can stand to cook, to do this? I'm telling you guys, my thighs, as I was saying it, they're laughing. They were sending memes back and forth, but trust me, the pain. You know that muscle pain, guys. It was setting, like, just to stand. It was really, they had their heads hurting. Mine was in my legs, so you can imagine. But yeah, it's just so tough. Like, it's so tough. Like, I would say when you have friends that have COVID, please check in on them. Yeah. Mums, anybody, like,
just any illnesses. Yeah.
Even through being sick, it kind of makes you realise that, right, you don't actually get much time to yourself. So not being able to just kind of chill when, you know, like usually when you go sit back in the day before children.
Oh, come on.
Time to catch up on your shows.
Yeah. You're sipping your tea, you sleep, you wake up, put another show on.
You have that luxury now. You've got one child asking, what are you doing? Mommy, can I have? Mommy, can I have? You go to the toilet. Are you cooing? Hello? What's happening here? Yeah. Like, where did we find the me time? Where does that come from?
Yeah. I think me time is a big one. I think because generally it's a big one. I think even when you're fitting well, getting time to yourself, you have to be intentional about it. If not, you're not going to get that time. You're just not. Like, so let alone being sick and trying to find time, mate. Like, if you can't get it when you're well, because even that me time doesn't feel like me time when you're sick. It's just, let me see if I could just quickly curl up here for a minute. It's not me pampering myself. It's not me catching up on my shows. It's because even in your mind, mentally, you're still thinking about, have I washed so-and-so's clothes? Have I done something? Does someone need to eat? Your mind is still going as you're supposed to be, quote-unquote, resting, quote-unquote, getting me time, quote-unquote, recovering. Do you know what I mean? And I think it just shows you showed us how strong we are as mums. Like, you don't realise how strong you are until your body makes you challenge yourself. Yeah. Exactly. Like, very resilient.
We already knew we were strong from giving birth.
But then you realize that you need to be seeing that you're taught how strong you are continuously. That's it. You're taught. And I do think having intentional me time does help to kind of keep your spirits high, keep you positive, keep you.
It's like a service to recharge. Yeah. It's not when the car breaks down. You want to be fixing it along the way. Like, just moments to yourself.
Now is what does me time look like? How do you find that me time? What is me time for you?
For me personally, it's when everyone's in bed. It's usually quite late, to be honest, and I sacrifice my sleep because of it. Like, so I would sleep at 1 or 2 just because me time is so important to me. Yeah, that yes, I can rest, but I can survive on like 6 hours sleep. But without me time, I'm gonna start feeling like, oh, I just need a second. Do you know what I mean? So I think overall, it just does me quite good. So what I do when everyone's in bed, I have 3 date nights with my hubby anyways. At home, because we are mummies out here. No, it's for my kid at 10 at night. But at least like we'll watch Netflix, watch some movies, chill, maybe make a popcorn, have a dessert, whatever. Yeah. Just time to just chill, crack jokes, enjoy myself. Other than that, generally maybe Sadiq's gone to bed early or whatever. It's just me catching up on like a particular show that I'm the only one that likes, and it's just. You know Netflix, man, you get into your series and you can't wait to watch the next one.
Definitely.
And that time of me just being me again, where I have my own favourite shows and I'm able to just watch it and laugh and giggle and look forward to the next one, not thinking about anyone. I'm just being me. Yeah. I think that is my quality me time.
Yeah, I get that.
And I do it, I'm intentional about it. Like last night I slept at 2. Yes, I'm tired, but I wouldn't have done it any other way.
Yeah. The sacrifices you have to make. Though it's sad though that you have to sacrifice your sleep. To have your time, but
it is, because even when I put the kid to bed at 8, he's coming down 500 times. I don't know if you guys have seen our quotes.
Yeah.
On Instagram. But literally every second, nothing's happened. Sometimes he comes down, Mummy, he speaks fluid English, like proper. Because he doesn't even know what to say this time. So he just and I'm just like, all right, sorry, don't worry, let's go back to bed. So by the time my me time actually starts, we've already cut into it. I've had to press pause on my series so many times. So I think you just have to. I mean, what do you guys do?
Do you know what? I'm similar to you in terms of like, I try and prioritize like me time and try and find it in the evening. So when the kids have gone to bed, that's my time. But me time could look like you chilling with my hubby, chilling, you know, popcorn, film, and it could just look like me sitting doing nothing and enjoying a bit of silence. Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit of both. It depends on what's happening. I might just be on my phone. The TV could be off. It could be completely off. And you know, sometimes you just, it's times where I've sat down and I'm chilling and I'm on my phone and I realise the TV's off. Like, I need to put it back on or whatever. And it's mad because you realise the things that you used to do to find me time totally changed.
Yeah.
Going to the toilet in peace. Me time.
Taking a bath in peace.
I just lock the door.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, but I don't know, like when you become a mum, you have to be immune to some things. And knocking just has to be some about. No, like, don't get me wrong, like I'm a parent that can't really stand crying. Like some people could just be like, yeah, babies cry. I can't really do the whole crying thing. I'm gonna have to keep coming and trying to solve the problem because it's noisy, it's annoying. But when it's knocking, I know you're safe, you're well, you're okay, you're just knocking, it's fine. Like you can keep knocking, sooner or later you get tired. I'm going to have my shower.
My peace comes from silence. So my only escape, really, and if I time it properly enough, I'm very smart about it, is when I have a shower. I love showering. I look forward to my shower. I make sure everybody's showered and out of the way.
So that you can do your thing.
I love it. I'll be singing. I'm loving my shower time because I know it's just me. My thoughts, my music, whatever I want to do in that moment. Toilet time is not peaceful time. I'll have somebody come and look, Mommy, are you pooing? She'll bring her stool and thing. Or the next person will be like, Mom, I need to wee. But I just asked you need to wee.
Yeah.
As soon as you go in,
what's happening here? Or you think the 14-year-old, she would believe in you. No, she'll bring the baby and put her, because we have like the window at the top of the toilet. She'll lift her up so Amara can see me, and I'll look up and she'll be like, "Hi, Mommy."
Oh wow!
What are you doing, Fiona? I've warned you now.
I'm coming to save you, babe. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Not that I love being around my children, and sometimes my me time does involve my children.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
That's true.
On the sofa, not really doing anything. And one's on the iPad, one's watching YouTube, and you know, I don't mind. We can have me time together. Just don't disturb me. And sometimes I think as they're getting older, they understand that okay, I can be around Mummy
and not
have
engage with her. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like with me, the sort of sitting down and doing nothing. I think I've kind of changed, like not intentionally, but I think I'm so used to always doing something. That sitting down doing nothing just feels weird. It's like I'm just thinking, I need to go. I don't know. My mind's always buzzing. Like it's just, it's such an abnormal thing that it's like surely I've missed something. Surely
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And there always is.
Same thing, but I've learned to just like
Fight it.
Yeah, just enjoy the peace.
So much so that Makai might not even be in the room, and I'd actually call him because I now become bored. I don't know what to do. I'm twiddling my thumbs. I'm like, hey, Micaiah, he'll come. And initially I'm like, hey, baby, we're chilling. And then he's just taking it too far. He's kicked me in the neck now. And I'm thinking, I shouldn't have called you, man. It's my mistake.
But it's so true because you have that running to-do list. Like on, when was it? Tuesday, Roman started a nursery course. So I went to drop him off and they said, okay, keep your morning free because you need to spend, like, watch him settle in kind of thing. But after 10 minutes, my boy doesn't care. So they're like, oh, you can go. Like, he's playing perfectly fine. He's absolutely fine. So I went now, I sat in the car. So I was like, oh, Francis, should I come back? Like, do you know what I mean? She's like, no, go and get your nails done, go and do something. Oh. But guys, you say, but then it's like, I only had an hour and a half window. Yeah. The nail shop's not opening for another half an hour. You know, like, it's not working. Saying, where did I find myself? I was in Asda. Exactly. I was in Asda buying nursery clothes, buying some groceries. I went to I went to wash. This is what I'm saying. We're manipulating what me time means. I went to wash the car. Wow. And then I came back and I just sat outside the nursery for 10 minutes. This is what that's become. Literally. But a part of me was happy because now the groceries are bought. Now the car is clean. Now actually,
yeah, but you're ticking things off, but it's not me time things. It's more to-do things that you're ticking off your to-do list. Like I said, it's a running to-do list.
Yeah, it's a running.
I guess you know what it is when you become a mother. Me time is just when you're on your own. No matter what.
That's true.
So if you are out shopping, it's still, for me, it's still me time.
Nah, man. I'm not. Can you do my shopping for me? Nah, bro. I sent you my list. Nah. But you're queuing in the queue, thinking about what time am I going to make dinner? How long will this meat take to defrost? Nah, man. Nah, sorry.
No, but even to do shopping on your own.
It's a luxury.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm afraid I'm not part of that crew just yet. Maybe I'll learn, but I mean, are you there? Do you enjoy shopping? Is it me time for you? Take me to the cinema. Take me somewhere. Take me brunch. Take me Dalloway Terrace. Then you're talking about me time. I'm not sitting down buying Cocoa Pops. Is there Cocoa Pops at home? There's more cornflakes. That is not me time. I'm sorry.
I've heard of mums like checking into hotels for the weekend to sleep.
I've heard of that.
I've done that.
I want to try it.
It's something I'm going to have to try. I need to taste that one.
That music as a group, or that change?
I feel like this is all well and good, but when the children are actually gone, how many times are you checking in? Because I know when my kids are not with me, I'm calling after the first half an hour. Yeah. Did you get there all right? What are you doing? And it's not that I don't trust the people that they're with, but I miss my kids. I'm one of those moms. I'm very extreme with it. I'm like, go.
So how long after they've gone are you missing them?
No, right. Pretty much straight away.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not me.
I mean, I'm similar to you. Mine's not straight away though, I'm not gonna lie. Because in that moment it's just like, woo! Because I gas myself that it's gonna be sick. Let me not lie, it's not gonna be. That's the problem with me. So I'm like, yeah, see you later, Makai, have fun. And then he's gone. And for a few minutes, maybe I'm doing something, watching something. But definitely by the evening, when there's no one to bath quickly, put him to bed, say, what do you want to eat? Cut up his little pizza, all that little stuff. Then I start thinking, because it's become a normal day-to-day thing for me. So it's like a part of my life has just been changed randomly. So it's not. So by that point, I'm wondering, and I have some like people around me who just wouldn't like talk about some videos. Like if he's there, like for her, she's looking after him, which I get, but I don't have to be like, how's it going?
When she has my son, she sends me videos
all the time.
I watch it and I send an emoji, but guys, I could have done without it. I have a million videos. I know this boy. I already know. I know how he eats. Like, do you know what I mean?
The one I send them.
Yeah,
I'm like, look what they're having today.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've heard it all before. I've seen it all before. This is my time now to sit back, guys. Grab a glass. Or some Malibu, or some orange.
That's why them. So when do you miss them? When do you miss them? Then when do you miss them?
There's no missing. I don't need to miss them. It's fine. Absence makes the heart go fonder.
When she's drinking Malibu, how can she miss somebody?
There's no missing. By the time I start to miss them, they're already back. How about that? So let me enjoy that time, guys. Please, yeah.
I like being able to do things, and even when I'm not doing things, I'm used to the noise. So even like last night, the kids have all been gone. And
quiet.
I was like, oh, this is great.
This is it.
And then there was nobody in the house.
Exactly.
And what was I doing with myself? So I called to see how they were doing.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
That's it. Like I called my kids, and the girl, she wasn't having any parts of it. She refused to go to sleep. So I'm not going anywhere until my mum comes. And those kind of things make me feel like, let me just keep my baby something. It's fine. Like, I can go out and come back and they're still there, and I love that. Like, let me just go out, enjoy myself, have my me time, and then come back. My kids are asleep. I get to just chill again, and then tomorrow we start fresh. It's fine. Like,
but it's important though, because the thing is, as much as you might miss your kid, like Tokumbo said, I think you should train yourself to some degree to be okay with having me time, because it's not always there.
Yeah.
For example, after your day-to-days, the week's going fine, one kid might just be ill. It might be teething, it might be this, it might be a cold, it could be anything, big chicken pox. And then everything has to shut down. You have to give all this energy, plus working, plus all the rest, times 10 to look after the child. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to get the me time as and when you can, because you just never know. But it's a learning, I think it's still something, for me anyways, I have to learn to do, because even like when Sadiq's, for example, there was a time when Makai, I don't know where he went, but he's at one of his god siblings' house, and I think Sadiq went somewhere. I'm like, that should be me time, innit? Everybody knows I love people, that's me. I'm looking around like, no, God,
they left you.
What is going on? Like, no, it's not for me. Like, I'm not gonna sit down and watch Netflix. Not at that time when nobody's there. I'd rather they're sleeping and I'm watching Netflix. I'm not in house alone. For me, it's just like, I'm gonna find someone to call. Someone needs to talk to me, like, or I'm going out, definitely. And I suppose that should be a key me time, because I'm not even having to be a wife or a mum. I'm just getting to just really literally be me. I don't even have to worry about dinner. I could probably get a takeout by myself. But I think because your norm changes.
Yeah. I guess different things will bring different people joy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Depends on your person. I'd love to know what you guys do for me time. Please give us some advice. Maybe you can inspire us to do things a little differently.
Yeah,
that would
definitely.
be good. Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been amazing. I hope you enjoyed the session. Please make sure again to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Oh, and click the bell because it gives you the notification.
Follow us on TikTok. Your mums be dancing.
Hey. Guys, you're gonna laugh a lot. Go on there. We have one dance teacher here. She's amazing. So yeah, follow us.
No, it's me, baby.
Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in.
See you next Tuesday.
See ya. Bye.